If you need help, I'm not busy.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell. Friends call me Lammy. Or they would if I had any. Please, call me Lammy. I have so many questions, sir. So many questions. But I suspect this is not the time.
No, not the time. But perhaps you may help me anyway.
Me? Why, if I can help, I'd be honoured.
Your father believes there is a Harrow's witch. Have you noticed anyone acting strange?
I'd answer, sir, I surely would, only things being as they are, everyone is acting strange. The curse brought illness, illness brought division, division has led to strife. We could do with some healing, sir, we could. We need you to bring us peace.
Your father believes...
The curse brought...
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
Give us this day. Good day to you, Mr. McWraith.
I'd wish you the same if I knew your name, sir.
Ishmael Law. I have seen you in the meeting house. I have recognized the markings on your hands. I would have liked to have been a banisher, to tackle with the mysteries of our world. That must be something.
Have you noticed, by chance, any strange behavior hereabouts?
Our village has suffered much loss of late. Many of my neighbors have seen the disease take their loved ones. They get sick, and you never see them again. Maybe you hear them moan as you pass their house, but then the moaning stops. In times like these, pray tell, if a person was behaving strangely, how could I possibly tell?
I'm sorry, but I can tell from the look in your eye that you've someone in mind.
Watson, the shoemaker. Perhaps because of illness, or through the loss of his loved ones, but whatever has befallen the poor man, he seems to have lost his mind.
You wanted to be a banisher? That's unusual.
As a child, I met a banisher. I was impressed by the marks on his hands, the assurance in his demeanor. He made me feel safe. You do God's work, though you know it or not. Like Charles Davenport, I respected the minister a great deal. He's a terrible loss.
You wanted to become a banisher. Why didn't you?
I got married instead. Came to New England. Ruined everything.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
Ah, the famed and famous banisher, the one and only Red McWraith.
Have we met?
I was at the meeting house. You've got guts. I like that.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, politeness. Gives me the shits. I'm Phoebe Walcott. I buy and sell. Now then, what's your pleasure?
So, have you noticed any strange behaviour of late?
Apart from my own? Yes. So much so that now I am almost normal. Caleb Watson, for example. Now he, my friend, is really strange.
Is he now?
He used to be such a nice man. Now he's aggressive and he smells like the Christmas cat at Easter.
Where can I find Caleb Watson?
Well now, seeing as he's our cobbler, you'll find him in his workshop.
May I see your wares?
I'm a shopkeeper, aren't I? Yes, you may see my wares.
Till we meet again.
You mind your good self, do you hear?
Caleb Watson. We keep hearing that name.
Let's pay him a visit. Good day to you both.
And a good day to you too, sir. And wasn't that quite the entrance you made? You'll be the talk of the town.
So, what brings you to our wee corner of the world?
The governor bade me make the rounds. He suspects evil doing.
If it's evil doing you're after, you may turn around and hurry back to New Eden Town.
I met your partner there, the woman. It seems like a lifetime ago now. May God hold you and protect you in your grief.
Now, if you'd excuse us, my sister's not feeling well and we must hurry home.
When I met Elizabeth in New Eden Town, she seemed healthy.
Dear Yves, I didn't catch your names.
God be with you and your terrible pronunciation. Mary Claire O'Hara. This is my sister, Elizabeth.
Noticed anything strange around here of late?
Strange. A fine word for the devil's work. I call it evil. Look around you. The harrows are dying.
Our flock took sick. Every last animal dead. Ram, lamb and ewe.
Then the people took their turn. Many of our neighbours are with the Lord. At least, that's where we hope they are.
If there's witchery afoot, I'll need help finding the culprit. Do you have suspicions you'd care to share?
Well, Caleb Watson lately talks to himself. And if you interrupt him, why, he's as rude as a goat. And he was such a well-mannered man, too.
Lord forgive me, but I don't like him. The man has stopped washing. He reeks.
Interesting. Thank you. I'm no healer, but I'll help if I can. Do you have plants as need gathering? Something to ease the pain?
All the meadow sweet and vervain in the world will not help this fever, I fear.
We need no help from the godless. Thank you very much.
Our faith guides and protects us.
And I pray that you get better, ma'am.
God will surely make me whole again.
She's dangerously sick. Either she doesn't know it, or she knows it and is hiding it.
I'll let you rest, so. Slan live. Goodbye to you.
Be sure to fear the Lord and faithfully serve him. Goodbye to you, sir.
Looks like we found the cobbler's shop.
Smells even worse here. Holy shite.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you alright, sir?
We're closed. Oh, now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your sunny demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a Banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help me.
Show your shite and shapes, goose peddler. No witches here. Only myself, Caleb Watson.
The governor bade me make the rounds. Is anyone acting strange?
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets, and I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both...
Being courted by two brothers at once rarely ends well.
Personal experience.
Don't go there.
This is wrong. It's wrong, I tell you. Shite off.
I'll be leaving you alone.
Good news.
Fascinating. Does each citizen have their own?
What do you think?
Alexander and Ruth Watson. Theirs are missing. I wonder why.
Shite off.
Tell me a tale. What have you heard round about lately that might be of interest?
Gossips for shite bags. Not beat.
I'll be...
Good. This is wrong. It's wrong, I tell you. It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. It's wrong. It's wrong, I tell you.
Ishmael Law said Watson lost his wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost? Debris from a burned-down house?
Why keep it here?
What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
I think we need to talk to Caleb Watson.
Feels terrible, doesn't it? You done enough sniffing? Tired of the smell of your own arse?
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time. Outflank him.
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it. Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name, 'cause I'm a greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No. The past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother. And shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre, and I'll speak no more of it.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre, and good riddance to both. God's Acre concerns you not.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried. Oh, quiet you. And you can shite off, taking your nothing happened with you.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's Acre.
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is plausible, but the clues are confusing. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side. Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange.
Someone's been doing some undertaking.
In New Eden, there's much to be done. They never learn, do they? Watch out! Spectre possession!
Grave robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing? Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it. Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training.
If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Here did lie Alexander Watson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did. And he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try. Oh.
This way. More of them. That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close. Hogging all the fun. Demonology. I should have known.
What in God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later.
Oh, I don't like this. Watch it. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They do that. You need my help. Move it! I'm right here, you know. Run, Red! I'm right here, you know. A vicious scourge that despises the living. In these lands, what a surprise indeed. Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here. A ghost left a blurred fragment of its memory. Oh there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes. But also shoddy. It's very poor work. Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need. I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
No steps from the shadows.
That's not the ritual I'd have used.
My voice commands you! Unveil!
Focus, Red.
Toki mi indrasta, skal numphalas.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
You! No!
Down, boy. Yes. Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
Is he still in there too?
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which. Quicken yourself!
Marcin Lech!
Get out of there! Think you could take on a ghost?
Get lost, won't you?
Move, Red!
That ritual, I suspect it's beyond me.
It's not, but we agreed you won't need it. Besides, Caleb's work was poor. Your work is good.
A ritual like that. Good is not a word that comes to mind.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to a shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah. Can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because... of course it did. There's something else you should know, if you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavours. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
You know you've failed, right? Look at yourself. Smell yourself. You can't live a life in that state.
That's my never mind, not yours. If you don't like the smell, you can shite off. I'll not make our lives your business.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere, watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now, destroying his reputation, as I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cad. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
I'll be leaving you...
Alone? Hush now. All is well. Nothing
Ruth
bad
and
will ever
Alexander
come to
are
us
having
again.
an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle with that isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris. Wards. I'm going to need a hand here. Something has me. Wards. Ghost wards. I cannot manifest. The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down? Much better.
Ty must be nearby.
Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth.
You! What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank ramp! Whatever you found, it ain't yours!
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Pock off and die! I'm in charge here.
No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me.
Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine, and you have not the right, you hear? You've not the right. Her heart! Give it back!
Through time and distance, I now see. Oh, shite. I must summon you.
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual. I should have known. Always watch out for the quiet ones.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
When did you learn that Caleb had lied to you about his brother's infidelity?
Who goes worse shod than the shoemaker's wife? There was no one moment. One day I knew what he'd done, and knew I'd known it for the longest time. Alexander had his flaws, but he loved the whole of me. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No!
We can stay. Please, Ruth. Let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now.
Alexander, you were wronged, but Ruth owes you naught. Not her life, nor her death.
I'm not my brother. I am the man who runs into the burning house. Ruth owes us nothing. But my love is true, and his is not.
Your love is not measured by what you win. It's measured by what you're willing to let go.
I'm sorry, Ruth. You deserved better. Better than him. Better than me. Send me away, Banisher. Let the devil stoke the flames of hell for me, and we'll see if I burn.
Take your head out your arse, you're not that important. Right, hold still, both of you. Let me pry you all apart. Farewell.
Are they gone?
Am I speaking with the cobbler, Caleb Watson? That you, Caleb?
I think... yes, that's me. Or it was me, once. For my bastard brother was my hollow keeper.
You're not entirely innocent, though. If you'll permit the unfortunate expression, there was more than one of you in it.
Aye. You were in it too. He ruined my name, ruined my flesh, ruined my wife. You gave him a pat on the cheek of his arse and sent him on his way. I am an imperfect man. My brother was a bastard and sly, and he tricked you onto his side. What does that make you?
I too am an imperfect man. I have mercy and patience in limited supply. Let's not test those limits further, eh? Well, I mean, we've seen some horrors, but that...
This is the work.
You're right. There's nothing I'd rather be doing. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Don't waver. We could win a battle, but we can't win the war. Nobody should conquer death. And we don't want to pay the price of trying.
Aye. I hear you.
Good. Now, let's see what Lammy Haskell has to say about raising spirits from the dead.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So? What are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times, perhaps. But he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits. Not a van.
Almost there. Get out of there! Not here, not now. Move it!
One of these must be Lammy's hideaway.
Beware. Wards.
Aye. Ugh, wisp-infested weed.
Poor weed.
Lammy, you here?
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Araloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. We need to find the key to open this. Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Get back up!
Stand and fight! Dodging behind. Did we miss a few? That Spectre's looking for a body. You shouldn't stay in there.
Why a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure. Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. I think was too busy dreaming.
And you?
I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean. Oh, they got...
Great! More fun.
Make a run for it!
Have some of that.
Aye. So much for peaceful.
A ward restrains me. They never learn, do they? Change targets. Tormented first. Hogging all the fun.
What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aralu, whatever that is. Otherwise, terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and a wild guess.
Let's get back up.
You'll have to hit harder than that. Dodge!
Focus, mate. Try this on.
Leave it to me. Something has me. Wards.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside?
Beware. Wards. Take care. The place is warded. I'm back.
At long last.
Shall we?
Oh there! Guess we're not going that way.
There should be a way up here.
If wisps didn't come back to bite, I'd almost feel sorry for these ones being caged. What are spirit snares doing out here?
I believe we should come to terms with the fact that New Eden brims with demonologist craft. What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Is this one familiar to you?
Yes. In this book, you'll find the ritual of the Lesser Palingenesis.
I guess no one warned Lammy that grimy reincarnation rituals were not without risk.
More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness.
Looks like Lammy was trying his hand at translating the ritual into common English.
This is poor work, as we suspected. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
Over here. Look.
No crank. Great. That book. Again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used. More magic muckery. Not necromancy, though.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex? The crank. Good.
He tried to hide his presence from something dangerous. Something related to the Agrippa.
The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to. And the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
Creeping ivy up ahead.
Hell's bombs. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Die, you bastard! Careful, it's been stung.
Eyes peeled. Call on me.
Your strikes are useless if the pillars are intact. Once more with feeling. Trouble's about. I see no more pillars.
That was filthy. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Red, come look. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
Wasting your time on this one.
Never mind. I'll do this myself.
Stained webs. Too thick for us to get through. I can't seem to get a good grasp on the spectral fabric.
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do.
rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lammy can't be far.
Red, I can't manifest anymore. Wards.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
Something has me. Wards. I'm with you once more. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low. Ghost wards. I cannot manifest.
Careful now.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now at first I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where, I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye, I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the Lesser Palingenesis.
Oh, you know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Do you remember Deborah?
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvellous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte.
What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here.
Ugh. Lammy was right. This stuff means business. Wards, think you can fend for yourself? Wards, I'm going to need a hand here. I can't help you. Yes, I can take it. Wards, you're on your own. I am warded. I cannot. I can't help you. I am warded. I cannot. Beware. Wards. I'm with you once more. They never learn, do they?
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be, then?
What was...
Innocence crushed. Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
Something's nearby.
Where is it? Off you go then.
Why do I get the feeling? This one's protected.
Something's here.
Hidden.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
They were determined to do for her. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart. Ready and waiting. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
impressive. Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
I don't think so. Wards. Think you can fend for yourself?
I see a ghost ward. What are they doing down here?
The greedy strive with purpose that brings ruin to the households of their...
Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. I can't, Rory. Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
You're a sight to behold.
Wasn't I always?
Expected no less from you, Mrs. Gibbs. There's more of them.
I'm right here, you know. I'm right here.
need my help.
Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden time with the governor.
That's not what the woman they accused was saying.
The Gibbs are not at home to rational explanations.
Can't use this one.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Change targets. Tormented first. Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
I know.
You're in its sights, Red.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
I'll find a way around then.
And you will not be judged. Forgive, and you will be forgiven.
Were those echoes we're hearing, or the shadows speaking?
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? You need to see this. Something has me. Wards. Beware. Wards. Off we go then. The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
To deliver you from the way of evil, your captives are unleashed upon you.
Watch out! Spectre, call on me.
Let's get back up.
Yet in your cowardice and in your pride, you thought yourself fit to lay the blame. Guilty.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source. This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
Innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent. This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Stay down.
Did we miss you?
Reinforcements!
can handle this on my own.
You need my help. Hogging all the fun.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
You have turned your back from love, looked away when first needed. That's it.
Oh, shelter with a damp and itchy straw bed. Just how I like it.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down?
Whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Alone, forlorn, misunderstood, so you shall remain.
An echo from the past drifts by. A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. But why now?
He's afraid. The Earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
All deserted you. None supported you.
This can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess! Make them speak!
If we speak, shall you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let Urim the Great. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embraced one.
The charges? Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict? Guilty. The sentence? Pain hereafter.
I am no witch hunter. Never was.
Bloody hell. Is that me? Cheap trick. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
Wasn't expecting to fight myself today.
Bloody hell, that stings.
I'm the one who has to fight him.
I forgave myself a long time ago. Ow!
You're still helpful. I'm not messing him up, am I? expecting to fight myself today.
Not sure how much more I can take.
Come on, get yourself together.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy. Bloody shadow. This thing is mine. Blasted pest! Damn you!
You're on your own here, Red.
We use rituals to help the living, not curse them.
Magic is only a tool. Bloody shadow.
Why now?
I am no witch hunter. Never was.
Bloody hell. Is that me? Cheap. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it. Getting rid of that ooze should weaken the shadows. There's a tough one. I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become. No, not anymore.
You got this, pal.
This just won't do. I'll take care of this thing. I can sure as hell try. Your strikes do nothing.
And Tia died to help New Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us? You won't do that again.
Hell's balls!
Bloody shadow.
Let me end this. Wasn't expecting to fight myself today.
I need to be the one to face it. Look to me. This just won't do.
I think this one is mine. Bloody hell, that stinks!
Her name is Deborah.
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough. Can we please get out of here? That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Is it just me, or?
I felt it too.
Seems to be stuck. To make you angry. That down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
Me too. That infamy really got to us.
Years of anger coursed through me. Yet now I can't even remember why.
Me neither. This is what an infamy does. It's over now. We're here.
I said something to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And I hope that you forgive me too.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once thus delivered. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them. But he could give them a witch. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You say your flock forced your hand. For the greater good, you say, you indulged their bloodlust. I believe you did it. I don't believe your motive. You delighted in your magical witch hunt, your trivial rituals. You thought you'd be lauded for your humility and skill. But you have neither. Now all around you crumbles. Yet still you state your claim as the rightful protector of the people of New Eden. I have found the culprit, the devil worshipper, the source of the evil that has befallen your community. Sorry, son.
You're having a laugh.
Can't be.
Him? My son a witch? You mock us, sir. Present proof or retract your ridiculous accusation.
Now you need proof. For years, Lammy studied your precious library of the forbidden, but he outdid his father. He learned. 'Twas Lammy who taught Caleb Watson the dark ritual that brought his beloved wife back from the dead.
I was trying to help. I did nothing wrong.
No! Lord have mercy!
For shame.
The boy was always strange.
No. No, Lammy is a good boy. I won't have it.
Easy, Governor. Your son's intentions were sound, and his mistakes, grave as they were, did not poison the well.
Forgive me for swearing in the meeting house, but this is a blooming farce.
Have I ever failed you? In evil times, have we not endured? Have I not protected you?
Fooled by his own flesh. How could he be so blind?
Have faith. The Banisher has lifted the curse. Brighter days are here. I knew you were trouble. You and your lady. Look what you've done.
Don't push your luck, Haskell. I've given you a shot at redemption. It's more than you gave Deborah.
Damn you, Banisher. Paid in consideration of a curse lifted. All rights defended now and hereafter. I look forward to never seeing you again.
Don't count on it. The work's not done.
I hate this place. Rest up, then please, let's get out of here.
You're angry. Can tell.
Of course you can. Aren't you angry?
I'm more disgusted. This region is doomed. I know it in my bones.
There's no shortage of suffering around here.
Haskell saw to that when he ordered Deborah's execution. I know that we're together, and it makes us strong, but I'm still wary.
Don't lose yourself. You've done far more than I could ever have asked.
I'll do what it takes, and gladly. You need not ask it.
The closer we get to my body, to the truth about what happened here, the stronger I feel. My senses rise. It's as if I can taste the silence, smell the scent of wood smoke, feel the warmth of your body, feel Deborah's wrath. I feel it as if it were a part of me. I understand her anger. I feel her rage and can't help but relate to it. But that anger of mine, that fear, I thought when I left home, I'd left them behind.
You thought by becoming a banisher, you'd overcome your anger and fear.
I thought at least I'd gain control. I'm a big bad banisher. I fear no ghost. But this whole ordeal has shaken me to the core. So much so that the sister I thought was gone for good seems to be winding her way back to me.
Your sister, Ayomide, wasn't it?
No. As a child, before I left Cuba, I had a friend. I chose to call her my sister. That night, the night I died, I dreamed of her. I dreamed of Calendre.
Did you go looking for her? Was she near him? It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
It's so far beyond the realm of possibility you wouldn't believe it. No, she wasn't there. But I heard her voice. I'd swear on it. How could that be?
The nightmare, perhaps?
I don't think so. The nightmare felt close. This felt like it came from further away. As if from a different realm of being altogether.
What did you hear her say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she said we were family. Never to be divided.
She's after my job. She can't have it. I'm your family now. Nothing's tearing us apart.
Death has already torn us apart.
I hate this is where we are. I hate that I'll have to say goodbye. But for now, I'll do everything in my power to catch you.
This is how we win. Thank you for being the kindest soul I've ever met.
Thank you for being the bravest.
The new Smiths, Thickskin and Kate, have always been as fire and ice, but with Red and Antea gone, little remained to keep the sisters together. A chasm of grief and rage yawned between them, their bridges burned, and the camp stared into the abyss.
Ceridian?
What do you mean, Ceridian?
Ceridian! What's wrong? I don't think she can hear us. We need to go back to the swamps.
You understand that? But it's a bird.
It's Ceridian, by way of the invisible, speaking through the crow.
Pity it doesn't work both ways. Imagine having a conversation with someone far away.